Hello, I am Colin Farrell from the Booties, and I'm reporting for AnyGoodFilms. Right now, I'm wearing a bag on my head because I don't want to draw attention to myself. So we're outside Hamleys, the toy shop, to tell you about the Toy Story films. You see what we did there? Right, well, it wasn't a film. Go on, run it now.
Yes, well, thank you, Colin. So, 1995 saw two technical landmarks. The first was the launch of Microsoft's Windows 95, and secondly, the release of the, frankly, far more interesting Toy Story, the world's first feature-length computer animated film. So whilst one sent you to the shops and back, the other sent you to infinity and beyond, or at least the nearest multiplex. Toy Story was groundbreaking, thanks in no small amount to Steve Jobs, who had invested heavily in Pixar, developing the technology to make the film, and they were rewarded with Toy Story spending 3 weeks as the #1 box office draw, earning 3 Oscar nominations and amassing $373 million, making it the highest earning film of 1995, easily overtaking Pocahontas, which had been Disney's traditionally animated film of that year.
I'm sorry. You're right. I am just a little depressed. That's all.
Fast forward 4 years to 1999, and a sequel, imaginatively titled Toy Story 2, was about to be released. It had originally been intended to go straight to video, as so many Disney animated sequels often did. Who could forget Aladdin 2? Mercifully, almost everyone. But Toy Story 2 was eagerly awaited, and turned out to be one of those sequels that was better than the original, and it showed at the box office, as once again it spent 3 weeks at the top, this time earning $497 million, getting another Oscar nomination, and ending up the third biggest film of that year. Only third? Well, yeah, a small art house film called The Phantom Menace had whipped up every male who'd never had a girlfriend into a frenzy, and taken it to the #1 earning film that year. But it was again Toy Story 2 that had overtaken Tarzan, which had been Disney's big animated feature film that year. So, by now, Pixar was in full flow, and the traditionally animated film was falling out of favour with movie fans, who are now far more interested in the high-tech, high-concept, and, let's be honest, high-earning Pixar films. But in 2006, Disney, in a if you can't beat 'em, join 'em kind of way, then bought Pixar. And 4 years later, in 2010, we would see Toy Story 3, a full-on 3D extravaganza that earned a box office breaking $1.06 billion, making it the biggest film of 2010, despite competition from Shrek 3, Despicable Me, How to Train Your Dragon, and Disney's own Tangled, who all had their eyes on the prize when it came to hopping on board the high-earning potential of a computer animated film franchise. So now we have a fourth film in the misleadingly labelled Toy Story trilogy. Announced in 2014 after Pixar were inundated with requests for another film about Woody and co. The film was originally intended to be directed by Pixar boss John Lasseter, who stepped down from the project and left the company for reasons, well, we won't go into those here.
So long, partner.
Toy Story 4 features several new characters, such as the imaginatively named Forky, because he's a 4.
I don't belong here!
Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key also joined the cast as a pair of prized toys from a fairground, and biggest surprise is Keanu Reeves voicing Duke Kaboom, a toy stunt cycle rider who presumably says "whoa" a lot, or if he's accident prone he's more likely to say "whoa". Anyway, Randy Newman returns with a song to break your heart, and rumour has it that the end of Toy Story 4 is so emotional that both Tom Hanks and Tim Allen could barely get through the recording without breaking into tears themselves. So it looks like there won't be a dry in the house when Toy Story 4 is released, and frankly, we at AnyGoodFilms can't wait to see it. What do you think, Colin?
Right, well, I think they should have a character called Seamus O'Shamrock, who stands in the middle of a London street with a bag on his head. Right, well, that's me lot. Where's the editor? Can I have my money now, please? Ribbon dance!
Colin, you're fired!
Hello, it's Colin here. Subscribe now! And that's my latest.